In few days, we're going to have the Amazon Spring Sales. And I want to show you a few tips that I learned along the years to make sure we are crushing and we are maximizing our profits. I'm going to show you tips on what to do before the spring sales, what to do after the spring sales, and what to do during the spring sales. So first of all, very important thing to know. Usually, before Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or Prime Day, sales will dip 1 to 2 days before. So probably the day or two before, you will see that their ACOS is spiking, your conversion is going down, and your profitability is going down. And it's important to know that people are waiting for the spring sales deals. So people won't buy the 1 day or 2 days before. And we need to hold ourselves to not make too drastic changes. Because I saw so many times that people freaking out the day or two before because of the sales. And then they're raising the bids, raising the budget, and ending up losing a lot of money. So be patient, just hold off and wait those 2 days. High ACOS is normal, don't panic. Second tip, make sure to create a bulk file and save it before the spring sales. Usually during big holidays, we're making a lot of changes. We're raising the bids, we're raising the budget, the CVR is so much higher, so we can do so many things. But the key thing is make sure we are saving the bulk file before the holiday. So after the holiday, we can reset the account and make sure we won't lose too much money and are going to get it in the end. Or what are the things that are absolutely must after the spring sales. So save a bulk file of 2 to 3 days before it. You can go to your campaigns and here go to the bulk operations and download it and save it. Another thing that we can do if you don't want to lose too much money or you don't want your ACOS to spike too high on the 2 days before the spring sales, you can lower your budgets. And with playing with the budget, you can make sure you are not wasting too much money because as I mentioned, people probably will click, but they will wait buying during the spring sales. Another thing that absolutely you need to avoid is launching new campaigns. Those holidays usually are not the best time to launch products or to push and test new keywords. So avoid launching new campaigns and use what you already have. You can test campaigns like spring sales or keyword like that if you have very good conversion, but other than that, try to avoid launching new campaigns with new keywords. One of the most important things I learned during the years is to make sure you have deals for these dates. If you are profitable, I highly recommend to have deals for the spring sales. And if it's already too late, try to have coupons or any kind of discount. As the years go by, Amazon teaching the customers to wait for those big holidays and to wait for those deals. So products that won't have any deal or discount probably will sell less and the conversion won't be as good as it could have been. So this is all the tips that I recommend you to do before the spring sales. Now let's dive into the spring sales itself. So during this week, probably the conversion will be very good. Usually it takes 1 to 2 days for people to really start buying, but you need to make sure you are doing changes on hourly basis. Usually on regular days, we have the contribution window. So if people are clicking, they might buy in 1, 2, 3 days. But in those holidays, in those times, probably if someone is clicking and not buy today, probably he won't buy. So you need to make sure you're doing more aggressive bid changes and you need to make sure you're doing them on hourly basis. So if the ACOS is going up in the morning, maybe you can wait until lunch, but then you need to reduce the bids. You need to reduce the budget for campaigns that have high ACOS. Maybe those campaigns are doing good regularly, but now they're not doing that good, which is fine. So you need to make sure you're doing the bid changes on an hourly basis. You can use the targeting and you need to make sure you are doing the budget changes also. And you need to make sure you have enough budget. So I highly recommend checking your budget on hourly basis and if needed, raising or decreasing it for certain campaigns. Now, another thing that is absolutely massive, remember to remove your daily cap. So if you go to settings, we have the daily cap on the account. You want to remove it or you want to increase it. I saw too many times people forgetting to remove the daily cap, waking up the next morning and they had almost the same amount of sales or maybe 10% higher. So make sure to remove the daily cap. I highly recommend overall to lower your tacos goals. For example, if your tacos goal is 10%, try maybe to do 7 or 6%. Because the organics is so high and you don't really need to spend much, especially if you have deals. Now, few tips for after the spring sales. As I mentioned before, if you downloaded the bulk file, you can reset your account. We need to remember that the few days after the spring sales probably will be low in sales because people already bought so much. And we don't want to have the same high bids and the same high budget as we had before. So just resetting the account to the days before spring sales will save you so much money and will make sure your account is well optimized. Another thing you can do to go further and make sure you are not losing money is to again go to settings and put a very low daily cap to make sure you are not losing any money. There's no chance for that. This is the tips that I use for all the big holidays. Let me know if you have more tips. If you have any question, please let me know in the comment below.